A woman named Elara grew weary of a life that was loud but hollow. Her days were spent chasing shiny things, status, approval, and the fragile comfort of being noticed. These prizes faded the moment she touched them. Beneath the frantic motion, a quiet ache remained, like a low-frequency hum she couldn't tune out. Believing she was missing some essential truth, Elara looked for it in the reflections of others. She sought teachers who spoke with the sharp edges of certainty and healers who promised a permanent alignment. She followed their maps with the desperate precision of a lost traveler. At times, their words lifted her, but the elevation was synthetic. When the echoes of their voices died down, she found herself standing on the same tired ground. Eventually, the hunger turned into exhaustion. Elara walked away from the life she had curated. With no destination beyond the need for silence, she climbed into the high mountains. There the air was thin enough to sting, and distractions were scarce. The peaks offered no applause. The granite asked nothing of her and explained nothing to her. For the first time, the world made no effort to entertain her. One morning, she followed the sound of cold friction to a river carving its way through a field of stone. It moved without the frantic urgency she knew so well. It didn't fight the boulders. It simply found the space around them. It carried gold autumn leaves and jagged debris with the same impartial grace. It didn't try to be water. It simply was. Elara returned to the bank every day until her own thoughts began to slow to the pace of the current. She realized the river was not seeking the ocean. It did not question its path or compare its depth to the valley beside it. It moved because movement was its nature. In its simple act of flowing, it nourished the roots of the pines and softened the jagged edges of the canyon all without a single moment of intention. In that silence, the knot in her chest finally unraveled. She saw that her suffering came from the frantic need to arrive to finally be worthy or complete. She had treated her life as a puzzle to be solved rather than a process to be lived. Purpose wasn't a destination waiting at the end of a long road. It was the honest act of moving through the world as she was. When Elara finally descended from the mountains, she brought no scrolls of wisdom or new grand designs. She returned to the world. Wherever she went, things seemed to settle and grow in her wake. She didn't strive to change the world. She simply moved through it. And like the river, Elara finally understood that the journey was not a distance to be traveled, but a rhythm to be kept.